now. Count on 2, live and local in the Lowcountry. This is News 2 at 6.
Two big stories we are following tonight. A road closure will affect your commute in Berkeley County.
And growth in Dorchester County. Officials are making sure new homes are safe for you and your family. Good evening, everyone. I'm Carolyn Murray.
And I'm Brendan Clark. If you drive along Blacktown Road in Berkeley County, you may need to find an alternate route.
The South Carolina Department of Transportation will start resurfacing that road tomorrow.
News 2 Sophia Arizosa live in Berkeley County. Sophia, that road has been in bad condition for quite some time.
Yeah, Brendan, this road has long had problems with potholes and uneven pavement, but this winter we had this past year with all that snow and ice really worsened the conditions here in Berkeley County. Now, if you see beside me, you can tell that they've already started to prepare this road for this repavement project. But come tomorrow, a 4-mile stretch between 176 and Black Tom Road extension will be closed for repavement, and those closures will run well into June. The project is being managed by SCDOT, and neighbors tell us they are hopeful for some relief.
Finally, yeah. It's good to see it. I mean, I'm sure there's been other areas that's being worked on too, but living here close by, it's nice being, seeing some of those tax dollars being used here.
This will be phase 1 of a 2-phase project, and it has a price tag of about $2.2 million. That will be paid for by the 1-cent sales tax, which was introduced back in 2014. Drivers are asked to use caution during this time. Reporting live in Berkeley County, Sophia Arizosa, Count on 2.
From Berkeley to Dorchester County. Dorchester wants to ensure future development in the area consists of high quality and enhances community life.
Yeah, which is why they plan to hold developers accountable by having design principles. That's what they're calling it. News 2's Dorchester County reporter Stetson Miller explains how these guidelines will impact you.
Dorchester County Council recently passed a resolution for new design standards for neighborhoods and land developments. Officials say with all of the development happening here, they want to make sure it's quality development.
The new design principles passed by Dorchester County Council on Monday mean that developers coming to the county will now have to follow stricter guidelines. The county is seeing more development happening than they have in the past, and they want new developments to be safer, to improve quality of life for people that live and work there, and to fall in line with the character of the county.
With that demand, we want to make sure that if you want to do business in Dorchester County, that you're going to build a quality product that you can be proud of, that your constituents can be proud of, that our entire community can be proud of.
One key aspect of the resolution calls for developers to create street patterns that prevent straight sections of road. Some say they've noticed people speeding in some developments, like in the Legend Oaks neighborhood along one part of Carolinian Drive.
And that just becomes a de facto drag strip for a 16-year-old kid that just got his permit and he's flying through the neighborhood.
Instead, the county wants developers to create curving roads like this one and traffic circles to try to make drivers slow down. The resolution also calls for promotion of walkable neighborhoods near schools and parks and for architecture that fits the low-country character.
Now, these new standards only apply to unincorporated Dorchester County, but Councilman Byers tells me the county will work with municipalities like Somerville to see if they'll develop similar standards. In Dorchester County, Stetson Miller, Count on 2.
Happening right now, visitation services for Korean War veteran Master Sergeant Finley Davis. After more than 6 decades, his remains were brought back home to North Charleston. Our Macy McLeod has this News 2 exclusive live from North Charleston at the Visitation Services. Macy, this family finally getting closure.
That's right, Brendan, and it's a bittersweet moment here for Sergeant Davis's family. He was missing in action for 67 years until new scientific technology was able to identify his body and return it home here to Charleston. Now, Davis will be buried here in North Charleston next to his wife, and this is a moment his family has waited for.
It's kind of odd to say you're happy at a funeral, but that's how I feel, I mean, I'm sad that the whole thing had to happen, but I'm so happy that he's coming home.
The visitation continues tonight until 7 p.m. and the funeral is tomorrow at 11 a.m. Reporting live at Carolina Memorial Park in North Charleston, Macy McLeod, Count on 2.
A Count on 2 news alert for you tonight. A gas leak now secured in downtown Charleston. According to officials with SCE&G, part of a structure being demolished fell and hit a gas line. This happened around 1:30 this afternoon on East Bay Street. Officials say no customers were impacted.
Tonight, North Charleston police are searching for an armed robbery suspect. Police say Tuesday night a suspect entered the Scotchman convenience store on Otranto Road. Police say the suspect demanded money from the store owner at gunpoint. The suspect got about $100, then left the store. Call police if you know anything about this armed robbery.
A News 2 update. Police charged the man you see right here, Jason Stinchcomb, with carjacking. This arrest comes after a shooting Tuesday evening. It happened on Ashley Phosphate Road, and North Charleston police say Stinchcomb tried to break into a car. The owner of that vehicle told police she witnessed him breaking into the car, then shot him in the leg. Stinchcomb was taken to the hospital. This case remains under investigation.
We want to show you this image that's right here behind us right now. Do you recognize the bus? It belongs to Little People Big World Academy. It's a child daycare center.
Yeah, Berkeley County authorities say someone stole this bus Monday night, and now they need your help finding it. Today, News 2 Berkeley County reporter Raymond Owens spoke with the owner of the daycare.
The owner of Little People Big World Academy tells me she can't understand why anyone would steal their bus. Fenandra Johnson owns and runs Little People Big World Academy, serving kids 6 weeks to 5 years old full-time, plus an after-school program through the 5th grade.
I enjoy planting seeds. I feel like you plant a seed in a child and eventually one day you're going to be able to see that grow.
To grow her business, 4 years ago she saved money and bought a bus to be able to help offer the after-school program and field trips. But somebody decided to steal the bus.
Yesterday morning, my staff texted me, called me, hey, the bus isn't supposed to be here, is it? By about 9 o'clock. We opened at 6:30. All of my staff had already been at work. They just assumed that Fenandra took the bus to be serviced. No one ever thought that the bus was stolen.
It's a huge loss.
It feels I feel violated. I mean, someone came and took something that I worked so hard to purchase so that I can give more to my kids here, give more to the daycare, and someone just came and took something that I really worked hard for. So I feel violated, upset, of course.
If you have any information on this crime, call Crime Stoppers at 554-1111. In Ladson, I'm Raymond Owens. Count on 2.
Barbara Bush spent a part of her life right here in the Lowcountry. After following in her sister's footsteps, she came to Charleston to attend high school at Ashley Hall. 2 years ago, Mrs. Bush visited the campus of the all-girls school, speaking with students and sharing her experiences of life on that campus. She talked about being captain of the swim team and starring in school plays. Mrs. Bush received a tour of the campus during her visit, and we had a chance today to speak with one of the students who escorted Mrs. Bush, and she says that it was certainly an honor she'll never forget.
It was really surreal, and even afterwards I still didn't really believe it had happened. It was probably the coolest thing that's happened to me so far in my life, and it was kind of a cool experience too, because her son was there taking pictures of us like we were the famous people, and she was cracking jokes, and it was crazy, and it was really interesting, and I really loved that I was able to have that experience with her.
I happened to be on the campus the day that she visited, and as that student just said, she was very funny and warm, very patient with all of the girls who had questions. Of course, Barbara Bush passed away yesterday at the age of 92. Today, the school lowered the flag to half-staff in honor of Mrs. Bush. The school says they're planning to have an event which will celebrate her life.
Emergency services in Charleston County may be just a call, a text, and now a click away. Charleston County's Consolidated 911 Center launched a website today where you can report emergencies if you aren't near a phone. News 2's Willa Howard explains how it works.
It's an easy website to remember, 911helpme.com.
What we're trying to do is learn from what we've seen across the country.
Charleston County 911 Director Jim Lake calls the new web access a proactive solution. In the wake of Hurricanes Harvey and Irma, social media became a lifeline. Many asked for help through those platforms.
It's difficult to be watching the number of messages that go across that media and try to identify what really is important for us to know.
So if you're in an emergency, you should remember, call if you can, text if you can't, and connect if you must through the online form. The most important part of this form is the address of the emergency, so responders can find you. You'll also describe the emergency and provide your contact information.
And they click Save and Submit, they'll actually get a message back saying that a request has been sent to 911.
Charleston County 911 now also has a partnership with Waze, the traffic and navigation app. They can now exchange information about accidents or other traffic issues that may require emergency services. Libba Holland, Count on 2.
Next on News 2.
They trusted valet service at the Dewberry Hotel with their car, but an accident led to $6,000 in damages.
And tonight's Call Collect report, we speak with the owners of this car who say they want a full reimbursement.